Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back
to Hippo Cup 4.
I'm this one guy still. It's still the quarterfinals weekend. And we're bringing you what might end up being the last match of the day. Kind of depends on length of matches here. But it's going to be Team Bad Kittens versus Team Ketchup Shampoo here in the losers bracket round 2. A match that will determine what team goes on to face Team :3 tomorrow. It's going to be the number 5 overall seed Bad Kittens, captained by Trail Mix, joined by Lights Out, Fangsy, Thunder, Ramton, Vane, 5 Yoshi, and Sayo, against the most surprising team to still be alive in the tournament, Painted Koala's Team Ketchup Shampoo, joined by Galog, Ite, Chip, Accelerator, Dano, TYTY, 5180, and Alufi. The 56th seed, so getting down toward that last few rows of teams there. But despite, they're one seed ahead of Enjoyment Gaming, who are also still alive, but I think infinitely more surprising considering the names on that team versus the names on that Turkish roster that really... you just wouldn't expect these guys. A full Israeli 8-man in this sort of tournament. Not the sort of thing you expected to see from the outset, let alone a team you expected to make it 3 weeks deep in the winners bracket, or well, the bracket stage, I should say. But Bad Kittens looking to put an end to their surprising run, send them on home. A surprising loss at the hands last week of Gurney's squad, who we just saw get wiped out by 8 Angry Men, sent Bad Kittens on down here to losers bracket and makes their run a little bit trickier here in this tournament as they try to see if they can make it a little bit farther. I think this should be a match that's very winnable for them, but I think that :3 matchup tomorrow, if it does end up being the match that occurs, is going to be pretty tricky. :3 has looked quite good. They dropped to 8 Angry Men. No real shame there, but they were the ones that took out GG Dogs back in the round of 32 and took out World Tour pretty decisively 7-1 this morning. So definitely a team that can beat just about anyone, and as such, somebody to look out for versus whoever they end up playing tomorrow. And we are getting into things here. Gonna start off with
The warm-ups, much as I would rather listen to Koar.
we're gonna do this instead. So we're gonna go to the tournament client. We do have, of course, going on at the same time as this, I Love Tateyama versus Enjoyment Gaming. Or, I do not actually have a score for that. I'll have to see if I can retrieve one. Not sure offhand who is reffing that match to ask, but it's Moof. Okay, at Moof. See if we can't check in on that one and see what the score is there. Earlier today, of course, matches. If you did miss any of the action, we had 8 Angry Men, that 7-0 as mentioned over Gurney squad. Alerta de Afe 7-1 over No PP. GG Dogs 7-3 over RNB Club. And :3, as we said, 7-1 over World Tour. No surprising results, really. And of course, a couple forfeits this weekend, unfortunately. Gugu forfeiting the other winners bracket quarterfinal. 8 Cute Boys advancing onward via that forfeit. And Team Shtos FFing their matchup against No Spamming that would have been earlier today as well. Both those teams, Shtos citing just not wanting to play, apparently, and Gugu citing scheduling issues, so Kind of unfortunate state of affairs there, but stuff happens, I guess, so I don't hold that against them too much. Taking a look at this other, the Isle of Tateyama match. Let's see, that is 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 5-3. Looks to be 5-3, unless I'm missing something here. The score in favor of Isle of Tateyama. Looking to eliminate Enjoyment Gaming from the tournament. Send them on home. And it looks like we'll get nice little OWC Nomad 5 action here as the warm-up for Bad Kittens. This should be pretty fun. This map is cool. All right, so here we go. One no fail on Ketchup Shampoo, none on Bad Kittens, so we'll see. I don't think they would team fail. They've got some good speed players on that roster. I don't think that's a big concern for them. So in we'll go. Meanwhile, Isle of Tateyama and Enjoyment Gaming have gone into Hidden One, Son of Robot. Not sure whose pick, but all goods. Get an update on that one once that map ends. It'll be potentially a match point if Isle of Tateyama can win, and I did my math correctly, which I think I did.
Is this the, like, bait warm-up where you have people do ridiculously well on it and then force the other team to ban speed or something? Like, if Trail Mix and Vayne just put up some ridiculous scores on this, and does Ketchup Shampoo just have to ban, like, DT1 No Mod 5 or something? Or Free Mod 3? Or No Mod 2?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything in this map pool that really stands up to this particular pick. That being said, this is the sort of map that, like, let me actually see. I don't like, this is the sort of thing you would see Habib putting in a pool. Actually, I feel like, did he put this in something? I feel like he put this in something. No, it's not in this tournament, at least. Actually, I almost feel like this week's No Mod 5 is almost too easy, but then the ending hits and it's like, oh. But for the most part, it just doesn't seem that difficult.
Something, I mean, this map or something of similar difficulty I think would be way, way, way too hard, because you kind of have to be like a little bit of a specialist in this sort of skill set. I mean, this is like playing, I don't know, Burn This Moment in the Retina of My Eye, like, only harder, which I guess makes sense since it's also gore shit. There's not a lot of people who can play this super well. Vayne, though, having a good go of things. Trail Mix not having too bad a time either. Bad Kittens, I really
Pretty strong speed team. Actually kind of surprised that maybe he just didn't want to. I mean, it's just a warm-up. A little bit surprised that Fangzy isn't playing this. Obviously a very well-known speedy boy. But whatever, you know, there we go. So that's a very strong warm-up play there from Bad Kittens. On a warm-up that was very favored to them anyway. But now, at long last, and by long I mean 10 minutes, no big deal, we will get into our ban phase. Ketchup Shampoo won the roll. They will have the first ban. We've seen some similar kinds of bans. I think a lot of teams liking to ban out things like Hidden 2, Free Mod 1, depending on, kind of their strength with those types of maps. We've seen like a Hard Rock 3 ban. You might see a DT ban depending on the DT pick that a team feels less comfortable with. Evento de Oro has been banned out. We've seen Yugure 1 room banned out. If you're not good with speed, you've got, of course you need me. Or even honestly, Bon Appetit S, the Nomad 2, like, is bannable if you're not super fast. And there it is. In fact, the Nomad 2 ban does come out from Ketchup Shampoo. That was the bait ban right there. That was just going to happen, I'm pretty sure. Interestingly, though, Bad Kitten's gonna ban out Nomad 5. I'm a little surprised about that one. I don't know that I would have expected that as a ban for them. And let's see. Waiting on the second ban from Ketchup Shampoo. It looks like Enjoyment Gaming did win Hidden 1, so Son of Robot goes their way. Which means by, wow, 418,000 points. That's really close for Scorby 1. So I believe that's 5-4 in favor of I Love Tateyama. I'm not sure whose pick. DT1. So yeah, exactly what I said, dude. You pick that warm-up, and then the other team just bans out DT1 Nomad 2. Oh, Fangzy was playing. Okay. He was in like slot 10 or something. I didn't even get a good score on it. Interesting. Yeah, so Ketchup Shampoo deciding to ban out two of the pretty tricky faster maps in this pool that require more speed and stamina, finger control. We saw last match where Gurney Squad banned out, or picked, Gurney Squad picked Nomad 2, got really obliterated on it, and then picked DT1 and got obliterated on that as well. That was really illogical, so Ketchup Shampoo looking to avoid that same grim fate. This song is really loud. And meanwhile, Bad Kitten somewhat surprisingly banning Nomad 5, but that map is just weird. I literally cannot pause song, actually. I have no control over the audio. I can mute it, but I can't pause it. And then it would be really annoying. And Nomad 4 will be the last ban, so Bad Kitten's gonna ban out the Slider Tech map in the Nomad pool. It's gonna went to Nomad 4 banned, DT1 banned, and Nomad 5 banned. So 3 Nomad bans, leaving only Nomad 1, Nomad 3, Nomad 6 available. And Bad Kittens now will have the first pick. We'll see where they decide to go. Looks like Tateyama versus Enjoyment Gaming going into Nomad. No, going into Hard Rock 2. Excuse me, I can read. Going into Hard Rock 2 over there. And double time number 3 is going to be the first pick here in this match for Bad Kittens. That is going to be Il Vento di Oro, the very long DT map, 3 minutes and 13 seconds, an eternity in double time world. Kano Yugo. Saw Kriller FC this in 1v everyone in the world in the earlier. He does actually have rank 1 on this to begin with, so no real surprise there, but it's a 2,000 combo, 3-minute long DT Air 10.3 map. Not the sort of thing you see every day, but it's a banger. It's from Dio, or it's from JoJo's, from Dio's. Well, technically, it's from JoJo's. Like, it's gonna be good. So eventually we'll get into this one. We'll see how things get started. Bad Kittens, unsurprisingly, going the DT first pick route. I am by no means shocked by that. Don't know what's going on, but it looks like we're maybe getting underway. We have Trail Mix, Vane, Fangsy, Ramton against no one, Galog, Accelerator, and no one. I think we need an abort here. I'm sort of trying to figure out what's going on right now. Everyone's just trolling. Near as I can tell, everyone's just trolling. I'm not really sure what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. Someone save me. Ketchup shampoo is actually just a tragic mess. I don't know. So they're trying to switch players, and I don't know what happened. But we're being joined by a guest today. None other than Woey is going to be joining the cast. How's it going?
It's going very well off of a strong victory of my own with Team Chili Repair and friends.
More like Team Taquito and friends, dude. What?
Yeah.
The
yeah, he was. Our picks did not revolve around him, but they sure ended up looking.
I mean, you had the hidden 2SS, but
I can't compete.
That was the Woey special. When I saw that get picked, or when I saw it in the pool, I was just like, okay, this is the Woey map.
The Gambit, yes.
But yeah, so we got Bad Kittens versus the all-Israeli ketchup shampoo here. Going into...
I do not know anything about ketchup shampoo.
They...
Unfortunately, I need to do my research.
They're a bunch of people that I've never heard of before this tournament, and they're like top 16 somehow as the 56 seed in the tournament. They won 2 of their group stage matches by tiebreaker to get through to bracket. I remember that much, and then they beat... Then they lost, but like have been doing okay in losers bracket, I guess.
Okay, I mean, good for them. Regardless of this match outcome, I see that as a success on its own.
Yeah, like they beat Hot Dog last week in losers bracket after losing to Osu True Skill in the winners bracket.
A formidable opponent.
Dude, Osu True Skill. They're pretty good. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see how this goes, but I feel like this is like the stage of the tournament where teams kind of start getting out-skilled. And that kind of seemed to be the case in your guys' match especially, too, where you guys were just stronger on literally, like, every pick.
Yeah, it just depends on the degree that we were stronger. And it's showing here, too, because Bad Kittens is more than double the score of Ketchup Shampoo, and the map is just reaching the halfway point.
Yeah, this is... I don't know. You know, the pools, when they get this hard, it's like the difference between people who can play the maps and people who can't play the maps becomes so much more extreme that it's like... I mean, you could see in your guys' match and some of the others, like, just 1v4 stuff can become really prevalent with, like, Hif Kill on Nomad 3 in his match earlier, or Taquito on a couple of those maps in your guys' match, where it's just...
Kriller on this map.
Yeah, Kriller on this. Dude, he won versus the world, I swear. He probably could have got 1v7'd.
I would expect someone like him to top score this map, considering that he is #1 on the map with Score V1, but getting a near FC in match is something completely different from grinding a #1. Or maybe he didn't grind it. Maybe he just did that #1 score as easily as he did it now. Who knows?
Yeah, he actually just sight read rank 1 because that's a thing that can occur, I suppose. I don't know. That dude is actually like insanely good though. I've been really impressed by his performance. Like when he goes off, he goes off.
Absolutely. I've been describing him to people as like the next GFMRT in terms of setting GFMRT type scores.
Okay.
And just no one gives him the credit he deserves yet.
It's kind of like that's like Krez kind of does the same thing, where he just sets like ludicrous scores that nobody talks about because they're not 900 PP. And that is wasn't as bad as it could have been, but still.
The lead that Bad Kittens got off to at the start did not really increase much beyond that halfway point. If anything, Ketchup Shampoo might have gained some ground on the end, near the end, while we were just talking about Kriller and GFMRT and the like.
Yeah, but I don't know. You can see like Galog 2 million points. Like this is the stage where that sort of score can unfortunately just kind of occur, and it's a real detriment. Because if he just kind of gets a little more average score, yeah.
Koala, though.
495 combo S rank on a 2K combo map. That's a mood, honestly. So that is a clean first pick. Now, Ketchup Shampoo, I don't know what they try to pick in this sort of match. Like, I don't know where you go to try to find points against a team that seems to be probably so much stronger than you as Bad Kittens is. I guess probably non-mechanics stuff.
Mm-hmm. I would try to find those maps where that one player or that 2 player can maybe carry as hard as they can, and then that's what gives them the best shot. Because I'm not sure myself. Maybe they would pick into like the hardest gimmick they can possibly decide.
There we go, Nomad 3. There you go.
I would say this edges on gimmick, the way some of these patterns really cut.
Yeah.
It's not very typical of an alt map to have as big jumps as this one can have from time to time.
That's like a snap aim a lot more than just being a flow aim alt map.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting this to be the type of map that Gurney Squad picked against you guys after it was so close on this as the first pick, and then they went like Nomad 2 DT1 and just completely threw the kind of gimmick maps out the window, which was the most bizarre thing. But I think this is like, in these kind of mismatches, I feel like going away from mechanics, I feel like the top seeded teams usually can dominate on mechanics alone. Going away from those is often not a bad idea. So,
I agree completely. Like, you definitely caught on to the confusion that we were feeling when they started picking the Nomad 2s and the hard maps of the pool. You were right there with us.
Yeah, when Ches said something about that too, like when they picked DT1 after Nomad 2, it was just the most confusing thing. And I don't know, I mean, I feel like something was probably going on with that team because they were like missing people and underperforming, so I don't want to just fully blame like the pick ban, because I think it was more than just that, but still confusing. So, but yeah, I mean Nomad 4 got banned out, but you do have Nomad 3 here, and then you've got, you know, kind of some more awkward maps like, I don't know, Hidden 3 for instance, or Hard Rocks 2 and 3 that are kind of some non-mechanics based picks that maybe you can make work.
I apologize, what were the other bans?
So we had Nomad 2, Nomad 5, Nomad something else, and hang on, I have to scroll back up. One sec. I have to scroll back up to find the last one. Okay, so we had Nomad 2, Nomad 5, DT1, and Nomad 4.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of Nomad.
Yeah, three Nomad bans, and then the double time, like the fast double time ban. I feel like Bad Kittens picked Deathless as their warm up, the Gorshit OWC map, and then I feel like they just scared Ketchup Shampoo. They're like, okay, we're banning speed. Goodbye.
I mean, if we had faced this team this week, we definitely would have considered banning Speedy DT ourselves. So I think that's a very wise move on Ketchup Shampoo's part to do the same.
Yeah, Bad Kittens have a really, really strong DT lineup. don't know. I mean, you guys have such a strong DT lineup too, though. I feel like you would have definitely contested stuff between like Toki and Spev and Nikito. Like, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what else Bad Kittens ends up picking in this one, and we'll see how like a map like this goes for Ketchup Shampoo to see if it's something they can be competitive on. Like, what, 2 FCs here to 1 FC and a decent combo, a couple of decent combos. I'm gonna stay super close.
Bad Kittens was about to have the combo advantage, and then there was an untimely break from Lights Out that's going to keep it narrowly in Ketchup Shampoo's favor, but the difference is less than 1 million, and there it goes.
Oh, Pain and Koala, that was one of those 2 FCs. That's really big. Especially right in the middle here, where Trail Mix and Sayo can probably... Well, never mind. I was going to say...
SS as well. I wasn't saying anything.
That's unlucky. We've got Sayo with a big combo, and then Fangzy with a bit of backing combo. Oh, go. Okay, that's a 4-way reset.
That is not ideal, to say the least.
Would you say that that is perhaps suboptimal?
I would say that.
Wow. Okay, well, Ketchup Shampoo can kind of just run away with this one now. Chip still on that FC is going to build a lot of score up here in the last third of the map.
Even if he breaks his FC, I think Bad Kittens is going to need a meltdown in order to gain any momentum, because they're not getting many points per second.
Most important statistic in Score V1 is points per second. Yeah, I think this one is actually just kind of over.
So maybe not the most gimmicky pick in the pool, but Ketchup Shampoo are taking advantage of one of the more, I suppose, gimmicky picks to open up for their first point.
Yeah, this is, I mean, a pretty impressive performance from them, really. I mean, it's not like, 40, 41, 42 million is an insane score, but in the context where it's going to be like a 10 million point win, it's obviously plenty. They had several big combos. I mean, 20 million points from Chip, 10 from Galog, just under 9 million, maybe getting to 9 million for Pain and Koala. Not quite.
Yeah, Galog made up a very nice combo at the back half of that map that we were just sort of sleeping on.
Yeah,
that definitely drove the combo lead out a lot just on its own.
Yeah, that was really like, it's always, you have that one big combo and then maybe like a backing combo. You had Chip with the big combo after Pain and Koala broke, and then Galog just kind of quietly trucking along behind him and made sure that lead stayed pretty sizable. So Ketchup Shampoo getting on the board early and often. And then, interestingly, though, we're going to go into another alt pick, but this one, a very different sort of alt pick coming out of Bad Kittens in the hidden pool with the hidden 3.
Only in Hippo Cup can a team pick a map that was created by their own teammate.
Oh, I forgot. This is a Sayo map, isn't it?
It is.
Whoopsie. Digital Hypno, you have something to answer for here, my friend? No, but this map is super difficult. Like, those wiggle streams and that whole, like, drum solo section, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I think one of the hardest aspects of this map, at least for me, was that a lot of the highest spacing sections in those wiggle streams are on like offbeats of the song. They're not at the starts of measures, so if you're not ready for them, you can get caught behind very easily.
Huh. And I feel like that's something you really don't see every day, and it kind of comes down a little bit to music choice too, right? Like a song like this that's kind of going to support that more. And it's not something you think about until you're playing it.
Yeah.
You have to be a really good rhythm player, have a really good rhythm sense, I guess, to be able to, it's like if you're maybe like tapping with like the wrong, quote unquote, like wrong feeling finger or whatever. That's sort of insight that I wouldn't really even think about either without really playing it that much.
I'm injecting new life into casting world.
We need to get more rhythm players as casters. That's like the sort of thing that Azer would point out as well. Not a ton of people that pay that close of attention or would, like, I guess, bring that up even necessarily. There is not a 4th on Ketchup Shampoo. At Bracket K. At Bracket K. Hello? They don't have a 4th?
Not suboptimal.
That's just bad. I mean, there's no beating around the bush on that one. That's just not good. That's just straight up not good. All right. The timer ran out. I mean, well, okay. I guess this is just gonna happen. All right. Ite's not even playing. Ite left the game.
You love to see it.
All right, we actually are just gonna get an abort out of it. It's like the must be played as a 4v4 thing is more in the sense of like you have to have a minimum of 4 players to start the match, and then it's your own fault if you don't get people into the lobby for maps past that. That's more the spirit of the rule than every single song has to be 4v4, but like I don't know, people having banjo problems has been a pretty consistent thing.
It's certainly to your own advantage to have 4 players on your side. I'm not sure you would know this, but as a tourney expert, I would know that 4 players on a 4-player team is ideal for tourney play.
It gives you a much better chance at winning any given map to have the maximum allowed number of players currently participating in the lobby.
Anything less is either trolling or flexing.
Just put in Taquito for Hidden 1 by himself.
Come on there, champ. Go get him.
Go get him. All right, well, we've got 4 people on both sides now, so we should be good to go. Little MP go. MP obliterate. MP exonerate? MP redact?
MP redacted.
That's what happens when you really don't want people to know how badly you lost. You just MP redact and then all of the results are gone. Alright, it's no skip Saturday. There we go. Yeah, this is I think this is a pretty cool map. I guess people might complain that it feels kind of RNG because it's like whether or not you hit a couple of really difficult patterns, but considering how long it is, I feel like each individual one has less impact than if there were just like 1 or 2 of those patterns.
I agree. There's definitely ship miss potential during the sections of the map that are not explicitly hard streams or hard bursts. If you aren't like absolutely honed in to the reading aspect of the map.
We have seen a couple of breaks in these sorts of sections here, what I guess you would kind of call like a verse, as it were, where it's really, you have to be able to keep up your concentration even in the parts that aren't the very difficult rhythm and wiggle aim and such. And Sayo just kind of goes. Goodbye, Sayo. Accelerator follows right after him, though.
I know how much Sayo dislikes Hidden, so putting a map of his own in a pool and then forcing him to play it with Hidden is almost sacrilege. And yeah, I saw that too.
Just everyone. That was just 7 people just dying. Thunder, though. It's funny because you can so easily determine the people who can actually play this type of map against the people who can't just by their accuracy alone.
Absolutely.
It's like watching in your guys' match where it's like, okay, Wowie has 99% and everyone else has like 94%.
Oh, really? I
didn't there was a portion where that was going on after Taquito like trolled one of the streams and his act dropped by like 3%. Thunder's kind of popping off though.
Yeah, I was gonna say you mentioned the act discrepancy, and that really separates one person in this lobby from the rest of the pack, doesn't it?
Yeah. He has a 4% accuracy lead, and then another 2% from there, or something like that. So, yeah,
I think
really
it was a very wise pick on Bad Kitten's part.
And that's kind of the concerning aspect for Ketchup Shampoo, because we were talking about like maybe they want to pick stuff that's not just raw mechanics, but clearly
gimmickier maps are gonna go okay for Bad Kittens as well, as long as they have somebody like Thunder in who can carry them. Dude, he's hitting everything. This is actually a really sick combo, and that accuracy's still over at almost 99.5.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Unless he shit misses, I think there is no slowing this man down.
There's the drum solo part coming up in a little bit here, right? Then that'll...
Oh, no!
Oh, the slider break! Oh, you hate to see it. Excuse me.
Oh, this one is a bit of a foregone conclusion here with the 12
Wait, no,
million point. Oh, Bancho! Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. Dude, this combo is insane. What is Thunder doing, actually?
Oh, here comes
Here we
the
go.
big stuff, though. As on one man.
Don't do it to him, Thunder. Oh.
Wow, but
Oh,
he's still
no.
over 98.
Yeah.
That was really freaking close. We got to the last stream. Man, what a play from this guy, though. Holy crap, that's a 1v4. That's actually like, it could be like a 1v5 too if you pick Sayo or 5 Yoshi. Like, it's actually a 1v5 when you add in one of those scores to the team score. Holy crap. Oh, I like that slider. It brackets the that galaxy in the background. I didn't notice that the first time. That's cool.
I like that as well. I
It's
didn't
like-
want to say until he either missed or FC'd, but Sayo did send me a screenshot of Thunder FC'ing this map in practice.
Wow.
So FC'ing it once is an accomplishment enough, but if he had done it twice, that would have been otherworldly.
Yeah, that was... I mean, even just a 3 miss with that accuracy, like, that's remarkable enough on its own. Boy, that's a shot across the bow there. Poof. You're ketchup shampoo, you're just like, okay, all right, that occurred.
Do not pick more Thunder maps.
Yeah, right? Please avoid Thunder maps. But you have to, like, avoid Thunder maps, you have to avoid Trail Mix maps, you have to avoid Fangsy maps.
Mm.
It's like, what do you do? Can I just go back and pick Nomad 3 again? What's the rule on that one? I think the rule's no on that one.
Has there ever been a tournament where you could pick a map more than once in a match?
Only in a bracket reset. That doesn't really count. I don't think, at least. Somebody would have to make some super gimmick tournament for that to be functional, and I don't have the brain power to figure it out.
I was thinking the same. The rule set would have to be really busted and convoluted and pages and pages and pages of conditions.
Oh, you know, somebody just mentioned Freemod 1 is available. So,
That it is.
So, Bad Kittens do have another another rhythm map available to them.
Oh boy.
That's
Something
interesting.
I did notice
Oh, go ahead.
was that... Sorry.
There you
Oh,
go.
here comes a Hard Rock 2 pick. What I was going to say was that there are 2 Halgo maps in this pool,
Mhm.
and both of them have sections where the rhythm is just... the way I put it is completely snapped in the void. Where, like, it is really, really hard to hit those rhythms correctly, like, accidentally. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very, I don't know. Both of those maps are just super difficult, and I feel like the kind of Nomad 3, of course, was banned out here, so we won't end up seeing it regardless. But or no, Nomad 4. I mean, sorry. That map has like that weird aspect to it, where like the first half of it is almost but not quite free combo. Like, it's just difficult enough to not be considered free combo, but it's just easy
absolutely
enough
not.
that you can hit it. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of like accelerates.
Yeah.
So
That's actually a large reason why we banned it, because of that volatile nature of it. Not necessarily because it was a map that we couldn't do, but we just didn't want to deal with it. So for that reason, I think it has its place in a pool this hard. But I do agree that it can be very annoying if you end up on the bad end of some shitty combo break before the hard stuff really kicks into high gear.
yeah, I don't know if you watched the first match of the day, the GG Dogs versus their opponent. match. Shoot. R&B Club. But like R&B Club had like 2 extra breaks in the intro, and they were just behind, and there was nothing they could do to catch up because the end of it is just like unhittable.
I did see that. Yeah.
Also, MP Team Fangsy. It seems that Ketchup Shampoo is continuing to have trouble. I guess Israel doesn't get along with Bancho very well or something. I'm not really sure what's going on. Probably have to be a little lenient, I guess, here with getting players in the lobbies. Also, I Love Tateyama versus Enjoyment Gaming is on Tiebreaker.
Ooh.
I did not realize that. Oh, they're on Tiebreaker because of failed scores counting. Somebody from Enjoyment Gaming failed Hard Rock 3, but when they added his score in, it was enough that they won the map by like 500k.
Wow. We're tracking the wrong match.
Yeah. It's like I had this one initially on the schedule, and with matches taking as long as they do, it would have an overlap. You know, it's tricky when they're best of 13s because they take so long.
Completely.
Yo, Thunder is not gaming again. What the heck?
Shoot.
He was supposed to game. Where's Taquito to come in and just carry this one?
I imagine both of these teams could maybe end up using a Taquito, or maybe they'll end up creating a Taquito of their own.
Right? Maybe Trail Mix is actually Taquito. He just really quickly moved to California, like in the last 45 minutes, because that's possible.
Yeah, there's no way to know what matches may end up being competitive and which ones won't, especially with one in a tournament like Hippo Cup. Let's be honest.
Yeah, this tournament's super unpredictable. You kind of can judge a little bit by just like which team has the higher skill cap once you get to this stage. But once you get on to like semifinals, finals, where the teams are more evenly matched, like this is kind of, I think, the last round where you might see some of these really bad mismatches. Because a lot of those teams are just going to get eliminated this weekend that, you know, were the victims of the mismatches.
Right.
But, well, Trailmix is, in fact, employing the Taquito method currently. See how long it lasts, but he's the only FC left, and he's given them a pretty sizable lead here.
Yeah, Ketchup Shampoo doesn't have any combo on their side. So again, even if Trailmix, the top combo, does break, they're not really going to be able to do anything with it right away, especially since Thunder is now providing some decent backing combo, and now he isn't. That was a very angry snap.
That was a really angry, like, cursor spin there. you know that feeling, too, like you miss and you just fling your cursor around real quick, and you're like, wait, I actually have to keep playing. But Trail Mix is just going to be performing the duties of carry for his team here. Like, Painted Koala and Galog are kind of just doing what they can, but even between them, they aren't matching his combo, so he's, like, we actually are going to have a 1v4 score pretty shortly here from Trail Mix. Lights Out, doing a little bit of cheesing. 91%.
Do a little bit of cheesing.
It's called cheesing. We do an inordinate amount of trolling. And yeah, 1v4 almost intact. If Painted Koala breaks, that 1v4 will be instant pretty much if Trail Mix holds. Up
That's
at 1200 combo. Yeah. 20 million point lead for Bad Kittens is more or less unassailable, even though there's still a third of the map to go. There's just very little hope here for Ketchup Shampoo. So, thoughts on Score V1?
I do think it provides a very different requirement for what you have to do in match. Because with Score V2, you can have a run that doesn't really have a lot of combo, but if you keep your ACK up, you have a chance. And that's what keeps a lot of teams competitive. Whereas with Score V1, it just rewards the pop-off. Especially with maps so hard, where if you don't pop off, you might just lose. So I do respect that different sort of priority compared to most other tournaments. Though I must admit, it does create a slightly less engaging viewing experience when you see blowouts like this.
Yeah.
All we can do now is just hope that Trail Mix maintains this insane score that has surpassed the Taquito method.
Dude, no kidding. We were right. We just found the new Taquito, apparently. Panda Koala had a really good combo going there for a long time. He was over 1K combo, but did find a break. Still going to be a respectable score to put up 30 million on his own. But Trail Mix is just making this look easy, dude.
I tell you what, if Trail Mix did not do as good as he had, if he had had a score that was comparable to Lights Out or Thunder or Fangzy, Ketchup Shampoo would be running away with this just the opposite direction, because Panda Koala is 1v3ing the other three teammates.
And he's 1v3ing by like 20 million points. Like, it's not even close when you... Oh, no!
Oh,
Trail
man.
Mix, no! I think that was a slider break, so at least it keeps the S rank? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so sad, though. Yeah, that's a big score. Did that 1v9 or 1v7? That 1v7? It was close. And
Very close.
okay, wait, who won this? Oh my, Hammy TR? What? Hammy TR just put up 2,500 combo on Uda.
Oh my god.
Wow, he actually 1v5'd. 1v6'd? I don't know. He 1v a lot. Holy cow, Hammy TR. Wow. All right, well, we missed out on that, but I guess we got to see Trail Mix do that, so it's fine. But damn, he 4-missed 2,500 combo. 4 people failed the ending, by the way. And this is why Uta will never be a TB, was never a TB in tournaments. It could technically be now that like we count failed scores and everything, but that's why Uta is not normally a tiebreaker.
Uta is already a nerve machine. If failed scores didn't count, it would be even worse.
Wow. All right, so that's going to be I Love Tateyama going onward. They'll face the winner of Enfirms versus Greg tomorrow. Enjoyment Gaming are thusly eliminated at the hands of Hammy TR by himself. I don't know what the actual scores were because, of course, it doesn't add in the scores with the fails, but he won by himself anyway. So it doesn't matter. He 1v4'd. That's nuts.
Very respectable.
All right.
Now, I wonder if that combo came from the start of the map, or if he had a miss early on and then comboed into the ending, you know?
That's a good question. I'd have to ask. I don't know if I don't know who to ask. I have to ask somebody. Anyway, we're gonna go Nomad 1 here, huh? Okay. All right. This Nomad 1 is sick.
I like it as well. And I think that's a very good Bad Kittens pick. I think that, on paper at least, picking the 7.5 star map should favor them pretty intensely.
Yeah, you know, we kind of, I guess, not we, I kind of touched earlier on, like, picking a Nomad 1. In that case, it was picking a Nomad 1 into a team that was considerably higher ranked, you know, higher seeded team. And, like, typically you just expect that higher seeded team to probably have better mechanics in general, because that's why they have high ranks. Rank is typically indicative of mechanical, if nothing else, skill. And it did end up going in favor of GG Dogs, who were that higher seeded team. So Bad Kittens kind of playing that in their own favor here this time. This map reminds me, takes me back to having like Kairiko, the one that Vax AFC'd on in that video that he posted, but last year. I think it was that this round or semifinals? Might have been semifinals last year, where it's just like these big aim in the key eyes.
Right. I know what song you're talking about, but I don't think I know the specific map.
There's the, let me see, HC3. It doesn't really matter, but it's just kind of the feel of it is a little similar. This one, it befits its star rating, that's for sure. I mean, 7.53 stars, as you said, like, it's going to be... Oh, it was a finals Nomad 1. That was 7.38 stars. But you just know what to expect.
I wouldn't even say that this map is spiky either. I mean, a lot of Nomad 1s, you know when to really focus and hone in for the big spiky moments, but this map doesn't really have that. It's pretty hard throughout, which is good for really proving what team is the best Nomad 1 player.
Yeah, and I think that owes a lot to Five Villagers' mapping style, where you have like not quite as big in terms of spacing jumps in the verses of the map, but they are difficult in their own way because of the way they're structured. And then in the Kiais, you go into slightly larger spacing aim, but it's still consistently difficult, like you said, even throughout just the verses like here, where we've already seen a couple breaks because the jumps are just pretty difficult throughout. We've got, what, Sio, Fangsy, TYTY all breaking already?
Maps has a ways to go, but Ketchup Shampoo does look better through this first verse, but here comes the big stuff.
Once you get into these Kiais, that's where things really start to become a little more intense. So we do see a break from Trail Mix. It's only one FC, and really only one combo from Bad Kittens on Lights Out. Painted Koala and Galog both still holding FCs for Ketchup Shampoo. Not anymore.
That was a very unfortunate timed break for Painted Koala. He was almost out of that chorus. So Ketchup Shampoo will maintain the lead, and they will extend it now with that Lights Out break.
Now it's just Galog alone, basically, and he's just going to build a lead. That's a 400 combo advantage that he has over Trail Mix, All right. Well, fortunately for Ketchup Shampoo, not a lot of combo on Bad Kittens, so it's not the end of the world, but that score gap will slowly come down. Are those bursts?
Sorry?
Those bursts just seem like they're mapped to nothing. It's so weird. There's like nothing audible.
Even if there is noise, it's quiet enough where maybe a buzz slider would be quote-unquote more representative.
Quick, somebody go mod this map.
That Kitten's clawing the lead back, but let me tell you, me and Chillier gave them the advantage for the tiebreaker last week because it was more of a raw skill map, and then they lost it. So maybe for this team, they don't have as much of an advantage on big aim as I would have thought.
Yeah, they have players who are able to have good aim, but not players who are like consistently known as aim players, if that makes sense. Like Trail Mix is capable of having good aim performances, Fangsy is capable of having good aim performances, but they're also capable of just like not doing super well and stuff like this. This is always, I feel like, the risk you run if you're not a really confident aim team, because it's such a basic skill. Everyone can aim pretty much, at least to some degree, especially if you're still alive at this point in a tournament. So you just run that risk of the other team hitting a couple patterns that you don't, and then you end up with something like here where Chip has a 700 combo and it just built up a 4 million point lead that now they have to try to get back in the last few seconds.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're gonna need. Badkins is gonna really need to pull it together because Chip really just put their team out there.
Trail Mix broke. I think that's it. If Trail Mix had held on there, there would have been a chance, but I think that just ended it.
Interesting. Nothing is for certain in this godforsaken world we call Hippo Cup.
No, that's part of the beauty of this tournament, really, is that even on the 7.5 star Nomad 1, anything can happen, even when one of the teams is the 5th seed and the other is the 56th seed.
Gosh.
That's just a couple of really good combos. Galog and Chip notably putting up 30 million points between the two of them. And then the supporting combo from Painted Koala and TYTY, just enough to hold on.
Yeah.
And that is breakpoint back. Painted Koala failing at the end there, so his score isn't showing up, but that is a ketchup shampoo point. Get the breakpoint right back. That is pretty impressive from them, really.
I believe best miss count goes to Galog. So good job on him. 4 miss on a 7.5 star map is no joke.
Wait, what? What are we problem we're having here? Build scores don't count on the MP. They haven't and probably won't ever change that. Yeah, Ketchup Shampoo, once you add in Painted Koala's score, win the point. 3-2 score, Ketchup Shampoo point, trying to even things up 3-3 in case anybody was confused. We'll avoid any such
confusion.
Speaking of good songs, Confusion. That's a bop. USC
True.
semifinals 2018 type beat. I think it was 2018, right?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I would, but I don't remember.
I was gonna say I know you played in that tournament. But 5 UTC Tuesday looking ass.
Traps looking ass.
Oh, we don't talk about those.
I think that is the one tourney loss that I will never outgrow.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Poor Lulzap, dude. All right, it's gonna be Hidden 2 as the pick here from Ketchup Shampoo, so we are gonna get some more nice AR3 hidden action.
Ooh.
This map this is the map that separates the men from the boys.
Yeah, this map is very peculiar because it is either one of the easiest maps in the pool or an automatic ban. And like AR8 Hidden tends to embody that sort of dynamic anyway. So when you dumb down the AR even more and put it on a 2009 map, the effect is only amplified. Pardon me, January 2010. What a difference.
Alright, I may have to handle whatever this is that's going on with this score thing. That's sorted.
At least we have the stream for an extra
Yeah.
point to go to, otherwise this might be a little more confusing.
I don't know, because it shows fine on the MP link for me. Like, it shows that Painted Koala failed, and his score is 8 million, and his score is not added into their team's total. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but whatever. Get it sorted out. And eventually we will get to play some extremely low approach rate hidden. Who in this match can actually play this map? Like, I don't
know.
Is this
even the hidden
Thunder?
names that I know, I don't know how good they are when the AR keeps going down and down and down.
Right. Like, I know Yoshi's like a hidden player, but I don't think of him as like a super low AR hidden player. Sayo looked kind of questionable on Hidden 3. Obviously Thunder looked good on that. I don't know how he's at low AR, but he's clearly good at Hidden alone. Fangzy, the speed player, which, I mean, this is like 230 BPM-ish, but also AR3. And then, of course, Ketchup Shampoo, I don't know.
Yeah, Fangzy is a very good player. I'm just gonna preface this before I say what I'm about to say. But if Fangzy is in for this map, then I don't think the lineup for Bad Kittens is very deep.
Yeah, right?
Well, right off the bat, Bad Kittens is getting an insane accuracy lead.
Yeah, 44. What is... Alright, why are they at 40% accuracy? Is my client messed up? Or are they actually at 40% accuracy?
Nope. If TYTY had failed just then, they would have had a team fail.
Well... Ketchup Shampoo picked this.
Wait, what?
I had to double check to make sure. But yeah, Ketchup Shampoo picked this.
That is very interesting.
That is interesting with a capital int. I
clap for you on that one.
I'm surprised you haven't heard that one before. I like that one a lot.
I have not, no.
That's a throwback to like me and Dada commentary back in the day. Oh man. Well, TYTY has 107. Never mind.
Never mind.
Oh yeah, we were questioning whether Saya would be good on this, and he is the only remaining FC.
Yeah.
With pretty impressive act.
Absolutely. And like his aim looks ridiculously snappy. Does he play like mouse or drag or what?
He does drag.
Okay.
He drags.
Like nobody that hovers can snap this hard. There's no way. Well, Sayo's gonna like 1v6 or something here. Oh, well.
Breaks the FC.
Unlucky. It's gonna be an S rank, I think. Alright. So, Pentiquala saying, I hate my team. You hate to see it. That's really unfortunate. Now, why did Ketchup Shampoo pick that? Can I, like, there has to be a reason they picked that.
Well, TYTY, the difference in act between him and the rest of his teammates is gargantuan.
What's this link? Let's go. Oh, Kay was screenshotting the link, not showing the failed score from the previous map. Anyway, that is just peculiar.
Maybe they were going with the sort of pick that we were mentioning earlier, where you pick a map where one or two of your teammates is good, and then you just hope that the other team doesn't make up the ground. But they just underestimated how firm Bad Kittens was across the board. I mean, not even Fangsy. Fangsy did all right for himself, all things considered. So I take back my words.
Yeah, I mean, it like worked out for them for Bad Kittens. I mean, that map is like, you can't compare it to anything. You know, how do you judge an AR3 hidden against anything? Like,
yeah,
you just kind of can't. But I guess Bad Kittens are feeling good about the hidden because they're gonna go hidden ones. We're gonna get all three hiddens played here in pretty quick succession. So with the Nomad one, wait, we got like 2 maps in between, and then the other 2, yeah. Looking to go 3-0 here in the hidden pool. That's like an underrated sort of thing to be able to do, is like have a pool where there's no bans, play all 3 maps from that mod pool and win all of them. Like, that's such a huge advantage. Just get 3 points in one mod pool.
If you're not facing a team that can do the same on a pool like with Hard Rock or BT, then that is extremely overpowered to just dominate a whole mod section.
Actually, you guys did that as well, now that I think about it, right? You won all 3 hiddens in your match, but you won 7-0, so I guess it's kind of like a little different in that context.
Yeah, I think we didn't... I think after we played Spiral, I don't think we picked Love Lab because of how the other hiddens went. It just ended up happening.
And then you almost double FC'd, or did double FC Love Lab, and then had that Taquito play on this map. Which, as a side,
Leftovers almost FC. Leftovers had the 0-100.
That's right. It was the 0x100 1 miss. That's right. Also, side note, like, shout out to Hobbs for his music taste.
Absolutely.
Goddamn, that man likes good music.
It's all over the place too. I mean, he maps songs like this, and he also maps Igor.
Right? Yeah. He's got a very varied set of listening interests for sure. Also, is this intro just giga difficult? Because everyone trolls it super hard.
It is. If you're not, especially if you're not warm for it, it's really hard to get into the swing of the map.
Because I think literally everyone in this match just kind of ran it down on that intro, and the same thing happened in the previous match as well, other than like Taquito, I think. Maybe like there were like 2 combos coming out of the intro.
I mean, the best stack is 96 on Trail Mix, 95.5 on Chip. So yeah, that intro just rails everyone.
That's kind of the that like Hobbs aesthetic too, where it's mostly uncomfortable jump patterns,
So you have like an extra layer of difficulty to it beyond like the reading, the rhythm, the speed, but you also have like kind of aim patterns that are not super standard, so you have to have like really good cursor control. And Trail Mix going off. Matching chip.
Yeah, this is definitely a kind of map that combines a bunch of skill sets that don't tend to go with each other, which is why it is so hard.
All right, and as we can see, it's also very difficult as Trail Mix is the only person with any sort of combo to speak of. 200 combos behind him, and he's at almost 550. Oh, that was at almost 550. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Okay, this map is really hard. Like, I'm not gonna flame anyone, but jeez.
Not a single A rank in sight. Ketchup shampoo. I don't blame you for taking a breath on that one.
Yeah. So remember, anybody watching, how we were talking about the difference in skill cap once you get to these quarterfinals, semifinals, onward pools, when the average difficulty is nearing 7 stars. This is kind of what we're talking about when you see people who just really, unfortunately, cannot quite play these pools anymore.
Props to Chip. He's trying to put in work here.
Yeah,
The problem is that there's 2 chip-worthy scores on the other side.
Yeah, he's doing the best he can, but Fangsy and Trail Mix are just outmatching the rest of the squad. And this is going to be another pretty clean point here for Bad Kittens. I don't know if maybe clean's not the right word, because no performance that's going on right now is exactly clean. But it's going to be a 12 million point win, which is all you need at the end of the day. And
Gritty.
they're gritty. Yeah, that's Big 10 Osu right there.
When the lowest miscount is 22, you know you're working with a real stinker of a map.
Well, and also I'm gonna be a little realistic here. There's a difference between the teams that are in the winners bracket this week and the teams that are in the losers bracket this week.
Perhaps.
I think you're not going to be probably seeing C ranks from most of these players in the winners bracket, but also Accelerator 166, 66, and then 66 as you just kind of went down the right hand column on his score screen.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it wasn't 166 100s. It was like 166 whatever the 100 things are called.
Oh.
Kato? Is it Kato or Geki? I don't remember. It's one of the two. One of those old Osu terms.
One is one and the other is the other.
Exactly. You understand. All right. 5-2 lead. Ketchup Shampoo. Not out of this yet, but they've got to figure out something that's going to work for them a little better than these previous maps have. And I don't know if DT2 is it, but they're going to hope that DT2 is it. But picking DT2 against this Bad Kittens team, not sure. Not sure.
I have a few players in mind where if they don't miss, I don't think Ketchup Shampoo has a shot. And they really have to rely on those players. I'm not saying the names, not jinxing them, man. But I do think this is in the favor of Bad Kittens on paper. But every time I've said of maps in favor on paper, they lose.
Right, I know,
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's so hard to predict on some of these maps in this pool where I don't want to say the maps themselves are RNG, but they can feel a little bit difficult to be consistent on. How's that?
Yeah. Easy to fall behind.
Yeah. And this sort of like finger control stuff that you see in some of these DTs, it kind of exemplifies that a little bit.
I will say though that I did see the grand finals pool from last Hippo Cup and how the speed map was a explicitly double tappable map.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I give props to Habib for not really having too many maps where you can take advantage of cheesing and double tapping. Even though the No Mod 5, both this week and last week, I don't think double tapping really gives you an advantage. And on a map like this, it absolutely does not. The streams are a bit too spaced. So if Ketchup Shampoo's gonna want, the reason I bring it up is because if Ketchup Shampoo's gonna win this pick, they're gonna have to do it fair and square, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like it'll have to be through actual mechanics rather than cheesing the game engine. But one can hope, man. I'm kind of surprised Rampton's not in for this, but Vayne, Sayo, Trailmix, and Fangzy is a pretty good 4-man.
I agree, that's firm.
All right. Well, this is a big one here because if Ketchup Shampoo can win this, that's 5-3. Not the worst, not the best. If Bad Kittens win this, it's 6-2 match point on their own pick. So
that would be a mountain. Oh my gosh, this is across the board.
So it's literally just Trail Mix. It's actually just Trail Mix. Everyone is gone. That being said, Fangzy has 99% accuracy.
Would you expect anything less?
No, absolutely not. That man can play the fast maps quite well. It's really a shame that Fangzy is like stuck on stateless in USC.
What state's he from? I forget. Kansas?
Kansas or Missouri or something, yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere middle country that's not like an OSU state, quote unquote. Everyone's just breaking all over the place, and it's a 4 million point lead for Bad Kittens. They're just gonna take this one. But yeah, I feel like on a good team, Fangzy is such a big asset to have. That being said, this is just an outperformance by Bad Kittens kind of across the board on this pick.
Mm-hmm. The results screen is gonna look similarly, where Chip is the only one even in A rank zip code, and the rest of his team is firmly in the B or the C rank range, and I think that is very indicative of how these points are unfolding. Even though, I mean, the end point differential is 4.5 million points.
Mm-hmm.
Not the worst.
It's also because the map was so short. So you don't have time to build up. Also, TYTY ended up putting up actually the best score on that team, even though he had the lower accuracy. But just
and the less combo. How did he do that?
Wait, how did he do that actually? How? Lower act, worst combo, half the miscount though. I guess he had more lower combos, maybe. I don't know. Osu works in mysterious ways.
Is fundamentally broken.
Yep, true. Scorpio 2 is broken also, just differently. Alright, can we get a free mod 1 pick here, please? Please, 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 please. Oh, it's free mod 3. Alright, well, we're going the high BPM.
If they had picked free mod 1, then I would have known beyond a shadow of a doubt that they were chillin'. Free mod 3 a little less chillin', but I still think free mod pool is very epic.
Yeah, I like all three of these free mods. Yeah, I've been wanting to see Stoicism in a pool for eons. I remember, I think Josh showed me that in, God, 2018 or something. It was like just.
I remember being in a bunch of like late stage pools when it was uploaded, and then it sort of faded into the background. Unless I'm confusing it with something else.
I don't remember offhand seeing it much, but you could be right. Would have been a while ago, regardless. It's been a few years. I think there's another one of his from Super. Oh, I remember seeing Tonight in pools. Tonight is a banger. That's such a cool map. Also, Crying March. That's been in some stuff. I don't know that I can find his other one, but it's fine. Looks like we should be good to go here. So Lights Out, Sayo, Rampton, Fangzy, Chip, Dano, Galog, and TYTY. 3 hard rocks on Bad Kittens. Wow. The overmod. One
It
Hard
is a Hard Rock favored map, and I think it more than any of the other free mod maps, Hard Rock can actually help someone be able to play this one. Like, you can't read it on AR9, but AR10 gives you a fair shot, I guess.
Yeah, I think I watched some people playing it with Hard Rock or with Hidden earlier, and really, it's so easy to just have trouble with this like 2012 kind of mapping with Hidden if you're not a dedicated Hidden player. Those patterns from back then are diabolical compared to what you see today. Like, it's just so much less comfy.
Oh, totally.
That being,
I was having a conversation about like how there are so many more maps available now to help people improve skill, like whether it be aim or tapping or whatever, and comparatively in 2014 you just had square.
I was actually, that's funny because I was literally having that same discussion about kind of player skill level and how far it's come, because there's so many really hard maps now. So it's just much easier to improve. Like, there's just a lot of every skill set you can think of, there's a lot of maps to train that skill set nowadays.
Absolutely.
Back when like I first started, my account's from like 2013, and I played a little bit back then, not a lot, but there just weren't many maps because the game was much newer and there weren't as many people involved. And yeah, I mean, you had
only
you had Airman
maps. Yeah, the only 7-star maps were Airman, Image Material, and Freedom Dive. I think those were the first three, if my memory serves me. And yeah, if you couldn't use those, then hard maps just weren't for you.
And Galog has stopped playing, so SS Chip. So I guess, unfortunately, Ketchup Shampoo have kind of given up on this one. The outcome was basically determined anyway, but that's unfortunate to see.
I don't want to jinx him.
There's
a certain man on Bad Kittens.
I'm not. Yeah, we're not watching. We're not watching.
Okay.
I'm just kind of watching the unfortunate state of affairs for Ketchup Shampoo as they veer closer and closer to their elimination here in just a matter of moments. Well, this is, I think, what we basically expected out of this match regardless, though. I think Bad Kittens, just the stronger team in terms of, you know, skill cap and mechanics, and getting to show that off pretty clearly here. Ketchup Shampoo, I think, did do a good job to get a couple points on the board. You know, it wasn't a sweep or anything. And
no.
That slider break, man. Oh, well, there goes Fangsy.
No!
He failed the ending. Alright, well, good job, Bad Kittens. A very, very straightforward 7-2 victory. Thoughts on the BG? I don't want to talk about it.
There was another one earlier. I think it was for DT2. I didn't say anything, but I was like, this background is a little suggestive.
There's a little bit of an inside joke involved with this particular the type of background, but yeah. Wow, the lobby is just gone. Okay. All right, well, good job, Bad Kittens. Congratulations. They'll move on. They're going to be playing tomorrow against who did I say? Against Colon 3. So we'll get to see them again. That should be a good match. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get that on stream in all likelihood, but I think a lot of these losers bracket potential matches should be pretty good. Fortunately, this does give us time to go over to the last match of the day, or some portion of it, which is Enfirms versus Greg, which I believe are on their first map somehow. It's taken them 20 minutes to get into one map. Oh, they finished their first map. Okay. And it was won by Team Greg on Xiaolongbao.
Okay.
So real quick, I'm gonna update title, give everybody the MP link here.
And I do have a match in 40 minutes, so I should probably not get too committed to this next storyline. So
all right, well, fair enough.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining. This is fun.
I haven't gotten too many commentating chances, so I definitely want to be able to get more practice in and maybe get better at it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for giving me that.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to have you here. This was really fun. I think you are already starting off with a very good baseline for your commentary level, so only way to go is up.
Well, that's good to know.
Yep. All right. So
Take
we'll
it
see you next
easy and
time.
Good luck with this last one. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck in your match.
Cheers.
All right. But I say thank you to Woey for joining us for that match. For somebody who I do not believe has commentated very much, it was very, very smooth to commentate with him, so very glad to have that opportunity. Fun match to do it on, too.